It's time to debut the new podcast, The Krisha and Frank Show, and we'll hope that you'll listen to us on your phone, on your iPad, on your Amazon Echo, in your car, especially if you got the Apple CarPlay or the Google CarPlay, whatever that's called. But let me show you how you can find us. There's so many different ways. In fact, one of them I can put for you here on the iPad. I'll use this as an example for the phone. Perhaps the most popular podcast app is Apple Podcasts. So here I am on Apple Podcasts, and what I'm going to do is search for the Krisha and Frank Show, and you see the old podcast pops up as a possibility. And I'm not saying don't listen to the old podcast, because you can if you want, but don't get confused. The new one is us here with the Krisha and Frank Show, the picture of us on the podcast porch. So I'll hit that one. And you can see that somebody, I wonder who, gave us a 5-star rating. It was me. Anyhow, so that's one way you can listen, is right there through the Apple Podcasts app. Another popular podcast app is Stitcher, which I think Scripps is selling Stitcher to somebody else. Anyway, in here on the left you can find search, and then same thing where you'll type in Krisha, and spelled Krisha. It'll try to get you to do Krishna. Now look, I've already just barely typed her name, and I've already got the old podcast from 2 or 3 years ago, Some Antics, or the new one, which is the Krisha and Frank Show. So I'll tap on the Krisha and Frank Show. And now you can listen to us right that away. With the first episode is up, and another episode will come out on Tuesday. Besides Stitcher, there are some other great podcasting apps, like Podbean is the one that we actually use for our show. We record the show in Podbean, so that's easy. You would just find Krisha and Frank in that one. Another option is in Amazon Music. We're in that now, which is new. I didn't realize they had started doing podcasts, but they're on there. So same thing. I don't want the offer, thank you, no thanks. But if I do find and try for podcasts, Krisha and Frank Show, which I already searched for once, there it is, top result, and you can listen to us on Amazon Music. But let's suppose that there's still something else. What else might you hear us on? Oh, I don't know, how about TuneIn? Yep, TuneIn, which is known for its live radio, also hosts podcasts. And on TuneIn, I can find us pretty easily. If I were to search for the Krisha and Frank Show, of course I did, I can't even spell Krisha. Search for the Krisha and Frank Show. There I got one thing typed, and that both of our podcasts have come up. So it's the new one is Krisha and Frank Show, Episode 1, Expository Dialogue. So those are a couple of the options that we're on, but I'll tell you, there's still more. In fact, I have a list. Let me pull up the list of all of the different podcasting apps that we're on, and I'm even amazed because some of these, who knew? All right, I've told you about Podbean. I've told you about Apple Podcasts. Oh, Google Podcasts. TuneIn. I've told you about Stitcher. I've told you about Spotify. Spotify is huge. You may have a Spotify account. We're on that. Something called Listen Notes that has us. We're on something called Deezer.com, Deezer. So that's yet another one that we've got. And then I've applied for us to be on Pandora, iHeart, something called Overcast, Castro, and Castbox, just to name a few. So if you can't find us on your favorite podcasting app, please try harder, or call me, text me, email me, krishaandfrank@gmail.com, and we'll figure out a way to get on the podcasting app that you use. I stepped outside the podcast porch for a moment to tell you that you can also find the Krisha and Frank Show on your Amazon Echo, whether you have the Dot or the Tap or the regular old Echo like I've got, or the Echo Show is cool because our picture comes up. So for the purposes of this demonstration, I'll show you on the Echo Show that you can find us on Amazon Music or on Apple Podcasts. So I'll say, Alexa, play podcast Krisha and Frank Show.
Playing Krisha and Frank Show from Amazon Music. Playing the latest episode, 001, Expository Dialogue.
for this.
I took a shower too.
It's nice. I've stopped doing it every day.
Me too.
All right, Alexa,
It is
stop.
the Krisha and Frank Show. I'm Frank Murphy.
I'm Krisha.
Alexa,
Hi.
stop. Okay, so that's the version of it on Amazon Music. It also plays on Apple Podcast, which you can say, Alexa, play Krisha and Frank Show on Apple Podcasts.
Here's Krisha and Frank Show from Apple Podcasts. Resuming the latest episode, 001, Expository Dialogue.
How could you not be? Like, even if you know us, you're not gonna. If you know
Alexa,
us, you're going to.
Stop. So you get the idea. I parked my car here in front of the fig tree so that I would have an excuse to put the fig tree into the video. Hi, fig tree. Also, because one of the best ways to listen to any kind of podcast is while you're driving, and you can listen to us in the morning or the afternoon on your way to or from work, because we're going to put up new episodes almost every day of the week. You know, there'll be another new episode, for example, on Tuesday morning, and that's a funny one too, because, yeah, we talk about the old car that I had to get rid of to get this car that has Apple CarPlay. So whether you've got Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, those are both excellent ways to listen to podcasts. So I'm going to show you how simple it is here on the Apple CarPlay on my car, because I'm hands-free, Tennessee. All right, let's take a look. Here you can see on my dashboard I have a couple of options already. For example, we're not on iHeartRadio yet. That takes a little longer for approval. But I'm confident that we'll get that. So let's say Apple Podcasts. If I go to Library, I can do that and pull down for refresh, or I can do Browse and look at all the different shows. But the easiest thing to do is really to have already found it on my phone, and then just hit the Expository Dialogue, Episode 1, Krisha and Frank Show, and I can listen.
This is episode 1 in which we explain.
So that's Apple Podcasts. Now if I swipe over to the next part, I have Podbean. Now here on Podbean, looks like I've got a couple of options right there. Our old show from 25 months ago, or the new show, which is right here. So that works. Again, it's a matter of just tapping it.
I even took a shower.
All right. So that's Podbean, for example. And then Stitcher, I like Stitcher. That I've saved the show as a favorite, because it's hard to search, of course, while you're driving. I mean, you might be able to do that. But if I do favorites, let's see. Oh, there it is, the Expository Dialogue, which is the name of episode 1. So you can see, whatever it is you've got, it really doesn't matter which app you prefer. You have all of these simple options, but I recommend highly listening to it once, finding it once on your phone before trying to find it on the different apps that are in your car. So there you have it. That is my basic tutorial on how to find the new Krisha and Frank Show, the new podcast that launches this week. We'll have at least 4 episodes this week, and I can say that with certainty because we've already recorded 4 episodes to spoon feed to you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And we'll see. Maybe even have something for Friday too, depending on what the week ahead holds. So whether you prefer to listen on your phone, in your earbuds, I showed you that. I showed you how to listen on your Amazon Echo devices in the house, or best of all, in your car, like where I am right now, especially if you've got your phone hooked up to the sound system in your car for hands-free Tennessee. Those are great ways to listen to podcasts and enjoy them. So now you can do me a favor and subscribe on whichever platform you like. And you can also look at YouTube. I highly recommend you subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we recorded videos of the podcast. We just have to figure out how to get them on there. We're working on that. But our YouTube channel is great. Obviously, you're watching this probably on our YouTube channel. And give us a review. I cheated, and I gave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, but they don't care when it's only one person, and we need, to get your opinion as well. Tell us what you think of the Krisha and Frank Show, and thank you so much for your support. We really, truly appreciate you.